Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and today I'm going to open Tarn Ellis's Goddess Astrology. Now you might know if you've watched my channel that a couple of months ago I unboxed another couple of Tarn Ellis decks, which was the Earth Woman Tarot and the Earth Song Oracle. Beautiful decks, and the thing that I like about Tarn's imagery is the fact that the faces have no features. And that might seem a bit strange to some, but it gives us a chance to read the cards less influenced by a figure's expression, because communication is not just words. Communication is body language as well, and I think we do read into expressions in images. And so it takes away that layer, if you like, and lets us focus more on the card's meaning without that influence. I hope that made sense. It does to me anyway. Ooh, this is a nice box. It's textured. I like that. So look at this beautiful, beautiful image. And these, as I say, are astrology cards. So a little bit different to the other two. We've got 38 cards and a book. It doesn't say how many pages are in the book, but this is a Lo Scarabeo deck, so it will be in these different languages, as always. Some little previews of the images on the inside there. We've got thumb cut out. I'm trying to hide my nail because it's starting to heal. I don't know if you're aware of this from a past video, but I slammed my finger between a gate and a brick wall and a good few months ago, and it's not looking great at the moment, so I'm going to try and not put that awful image on my video. If it does mistakenly, I do apologise in advance. No one wants to see that. Okay, so plain inside of the box, and we've got a tiny ribbon. Plain inside of the bottom of the box. Here's the cards, here's the guidebook. So we've got the same picture on the front of the guidebook. This is awkward. Okay, so for English we've got about 48 pages possibly. This is from 2025, October. It's an introduction, black and white image. How to use a deck. Planets, houses, asteroids. Single card draw, a 3-card draw, 5 cards. Oh, we've got some information here which is really useful if you're not familiar with astrology and the symbols. So you can read what they mean from this information here. So we have the star signs there, down to there, and then we have the planets, and then we have the houses, first, second, third, etc., and a little brief keyword for each of the houses, and then we have some extra ones there, a little bit about each star sign. So this will be the book. Yeah, this will be the cards actually. So that's about the amount of information we get on each. Planets, yeah, so just a little bit. We've got keywords for each one, and then the houses, again keywords and a little write-up. Each one, then the asteroids, which were these here. Okay, so yeah, up to page 53 from page, well, the actual cards would be from page 16. So let's have a look at the cards. I've actually put some healing oil on this nail as well, so I'm a bit worried I'm going to get it on the cards, so I'll be very careful here. Oh, okay, here's the backs. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go through the images first. So we've got a volcano about to erupt for Aries. We've got the glyph here, the symbol for the star sign. Aries is walking this path. And we've got also the planet. So that's Mars, because Aries is aligned to Mars. And I wonder if it tells you that in this guidebook. I only know that through studying the Deacon journey. I just wondered if in the write-up they would say which planet was aligned to which star sign. So I know that is aligned to Mars. So there's a nice little extra on the card. And this, I would say, is a jumping off point. It's not crammed with information. But nevertheless, the images are gorgeous if you wanted to use them as altar cards. You know, if you're doing the Deacon walk, then perhaps you could put the relevant ones together. Or if you wanted to maybe do a tarot spread using the astrological houses, then you could use these as indicators as well. Anyway, Taurus, like we've got the animal there as well. We've got the constellation as well in the sky. So there are all these lovely added extras, and look at all this grounded energy as well here for Taurus. Gemini, the twins. We've just gone Sun into Gemini as I'm recording this. Well, I think it was yesterday. Today's Saturday, the 23rd. I just looked at my calendar actually. The Sun went into Gemini on Thursday. And now it's Saturday, the 23rd of May. So you could mark time, couldn't you, with these cards as well. We've got Cancer. So we've got Aphrodite's shell there. Also going to the moon, and we've got Cancer crab there, and we've got the constellation there, and we've got the symbol there for Cancer. So yeah, and then the energy of that star sign, very watery. These are beautiful images, Leo. The sun, the sunflowers, the lion. Oh, that's beautiful. A Virgo. So yeah, this I think would be a really beautiful introduction to astrology. And then if you like how astrology lines up, maybe with your tarot practice, then this would be a nice way in. Libra, weighing up the sun and the moon there in those scales. Scorpio, all-seeing eye. Sagittarius, Jupiter. I've spoken in other videos about my pull towards Artemis, and I'm a Sagittarian, so maybe this is probably why. And also her affinity with dogs, and as you may know, I lost my little Kai a couple of months ago. I'm still getting over that. I won't deny it. It's taken a while. Anyway, enough about me. Capricorn, we have a mermaid. I like the flowers as well. Very nice. And Aquarius, the water bearer. And Pisces. My father's a Pisces. I have a sister who's a Pisces. On to the planets. So here we have Mercury. Venus. Aligned to Aphrodite. There's so many layers, aren't there, to all these systems. I think it's fascinating. It's Mars. Jupiter. There is probably a clue actually here, you know. Let's go back. Yeah, I'm going to go back and see how these look side by side with their relevant planet. Okay, so we've got here Aries, so I'm going to find Mars. So that would be in the first house. So let's find the first house. The house of the self. Okay, so I've just been and picked this book up from my other room. And there is a chart in here on page 228 that tells you all the alignments there. So the first house, Aries and Mars. So I'm going to go through this deck with this book. As I said, Aries, Mars, and this is the house of the self, the first house. This is the second house, and this is about money and possessions and values. Aligns to Taurus. Got the same sort of colour palette there. Taurus. And this is Venus. So the second house, here it says value on the card. I've got Taurus and Venus. She's the planet of love and affection. Okay. This is fun. Right, the third house, which is all about communication, siblings and neighbourhood, and this is Gemini, the twins. It's Gemini. And this is ruled by Mercury. And you can see the planet there. Okay, so the fourth house. And this is about motherhood, home and family, and it says home there. I don't think I'm in focus here. That's better. Yeah, home, motherhood and family. Aligned to Cancer. And the moon. So we've got a full moon there, and we've got two different phases of the moon here, waxing and waning. The fifth house is Leo, which is all about pleasure, ruled by the sun. I've just been sitting outside of my, because it's no mow May, as we don't mow our gardens in May for the insects and the bees. And anyway, I've just been outside, sitting outside with a cup of coffee, watching the bees in the dandelions. I've got so many dandelions outside. I do like them, they're so pretty. I know they're a weed, but I like them. Yeah, so Leo is all about creation, procreation and recreation. So our sixth house, doing some exercise on the mat by a beautiful seascape there. And it says health. It's also about work, duty, responsibility and service to others. Star signs Virgo. The planet is Mercury. Mercury also rules Gemini. And Virgo is associated with health and cleanliness. So we do have some planets that align more than one. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk about marriage, partnerships and intimate relations in the seventh house. There we go. Perfect. And it says partnership on the card. This is with Libra, the scales, which we looked at. We've got the sun and the moon being weighed up, as I said, in the scales there. And this is again Venus. So it shares the planet. In the eighth house, this is absolutely beautiful. And I have said it before about how I want a natural burial. And ideally, I would like it that a tree was planted on top. But I don't think that's going to be possible. I think the best I've found is a field where there will be wildflowers. You never know. I might find one where I can have a tree. I'd love a tree. Okay, so the eighth house is about death. It's also about sex and other people's money. So maybe I should find somebody else to buy it. Anyway, this is Scorpio. I love the way that the colours align here. And then the planet is Pluto. Let's find Pluto. If it's in the deck. Yes, it is. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that's got to be my favourite pairing so far. That phoenix rising, the butterflies transforming. Oh, that is just absolutely something else. This trio of cards is like, chef's kiss. I love that. So the 9th house, which is aligned to Sagittarius, which is my star sign. Reading a book, of course, by Willow Tree. Philosophy. And it's Jupiter. Let's find Jupiter. And Sagittarius. I'll put that there. Sagittarius, there we go. I spoke about before, and about Artemis. See, Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. This has been a really well thought out deck, I think. And yeah, philosophy. Long distance travel and higher education, which is where that book comes in, I think. The 10th house, we're on about here, ambition, status, career, public image, fathers and authority figures. We've got someone here giving a speech. So this is aligned to Capricorn. And Saturn, isn't it? The planet of structure, boundaries and limitations, represented by its rings. Give it its boundaries. The 11th house, social groups, causes and long-term thinking. And we have community. Don't know what's going on there though. Walking away there, look. That seems a bit not in keeping. So this is Aquarius. This is ruled by Uranus. In this book it says Aquarius has visions of a better world, and Uranus is the planet of independence, revolution and rebellion. Wow. And social groups, causes and long-term thinking. Amazing how they align like this, isn't it? It's such a brilliant system. Finally we have Pisces. Pisces in the 12th. About psychic ability, the occult and hidden places. Pisces, the fish, is associated with intuition, and we're with Neptune. Neptune, which is the planet of mysticism and illusion. Now we've got these extra cards, which are the asteroids. So we have 4. There's one hiding. 4 extra cards. Ceres, Pallas, Vesta and Hygeia. Here. And we don't go into those, I don't think, here. No, because this is really concerned with the Deacon Journey. It's a brilliant book. This is by Corinne Kenner. I highly, highly, highly recommend that book, especially if you're doing the Deacon walk. But just for astrology in general, it's really good. So I'm going to go to this guidebook now. And let's look at Ceres, which is this sign here, if you see it on your chart. So this is harvest, nurturance and self-care. It's one side. Holding a child, is it? Holding a child? I think. Anyway, goddess of the harvest. Ceres symbolises how we nurture ourselves and others. So, yeah, it's very nurturing energy there, isn't it? Ceres, this maternal goddess, represents the paradox of being both her own mother and child. So it looks like inner child work. She promotes caring, warm energy, holding a safe space and providing an inner sanctuary for her most vulnerable childlike self. She understands her inner child and how to care for her, her deepest needs, and how to heal and hold her. Incredibly soft and feminine, she has a strong need to protect and nourish on the deepest level. Her connection to the harvest also represents cycles of loss and return. Ceres encourages you to prioritise taking care of your inner child. What does she need? Now is the time to tend to deep-rooted trauma and unmet needs from your past. Embody her soft, caring energy to hold space and nourish yourself. This motherly love can also be extended outward to others and manifest as caring for the environment and animals. So there might be a message for us. But focus on this self-care for ourselves. And we've got Pallas. So that's Athena, isn't it? Pallas Athena, is it? I think so. I think these are goddesses, aren't they? Vesta, which is the home. I know that's the home. And Hygeia is health. So I'll just give you the keywords for these actually. So Hygeia is health, purity and balance. Vesta, home, inner spark and spirituality. Yeah, it's Greek mythology. It's taken me back to when I was in the Greek mythology study. Was that last year? That was fascinating. Palace, wisdom, negotiation and war. So it would be Athena. And also with the owl as well. And then I read you series. And that would really align to the Persephone and Demeter story, wouldn't it? That's where that's coming from. So all these things overlap. And they do make fascinating studies. I know a lot of people think oracle decks are like not as important as tarot, and tarot being a system and oracle decks being their own thing. But when you get something like this that actually helps you to learn astrology, puts in a little bit of Greek myth as well, I think that's fantastic. And just adds to the layers, because like I said, you can also align it to your deacon walk as well. So in my opinion, this is a very worthwhile deck, a very beautiful deck, gorgeous imagery with a timeless, deep energy to it. And I'm really glad I have it in my collection. So thank you so much for watching and for being here. And until my next video, hopefully see you again. Bye.